Hi there, Mr. Seward here, and we are in the CEA class, Civil Engineering and Architecture class, and we're going to be taking a look at 1.1.1, which is the history of civil engineering. So let me see if I can change to the PowerPoint here, and I just got there. All right, so here we go, history of engineering. Here are the definitions of civil engineering and of architecture. So civil engineering, they are engineers that are trained in the design and construction of public works, like bridges, dams, other large facilities. Architects, that is the art and science of designing buildings for human habitation. So here's the beginnings of architecture and such. Building materials, well, materials get chosen based upon the availability of them and the climate that you happen to be in. These are the some ruins of ancient Babylon and what's called Iraq today. More about the availability. Greece consists mostly entirely of limestone and many sources of fine marble. So therefore, many Greek structures were constructed with limestone and marble. This is a view of the city of Machu Picchu, and it's constructed from stone cut from the surrounding mountains. In China, wood was readily available, so traditional Chinese wooden architecture changed really little over thousands of years. Vernacular architecture. It's a method of construction that uses locally available resources and traditions to address local needs. So, for instance, this igloo. Lots of snow and ice, so they use that. Here's a hut in Africa. An Apache wickiup made out of brush. This house on the right is a Nepalese house that's built out of stone and clay. And then here's a house in South Africa that's called a roundaval. Pyramids. Well, the pyramids have a bearing wall that's on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side is what's called a stepped pyramid. This is the Great Pyramid of Khufu. And then here is Kukulkan's pyramid. We even have modern pyramids. This picture in the upper left is the Louvre in France, which is the art museum there. I'm not sure what that one on the right is from. I've forgotten. You can see a pyramid in Las Vegas if you ever go out there. Here's the Parthenon in ancient Greece. These are arches. You can see the arches right here. Do you know what this stone is called right here in the middle? Let's find out if we'll get into it a little bit. Think of it. Oh, there it is. It's a keystone. Okay. This is a vault, and this is used to create tunnels and such as that. Here's an intersection at a vault. Domes. The Pantheon. The Colosseum. Lots of arches in the Colosseum. Here it is when it was a little more complete than it is today. The Great Wall of China. Water supplies. These are aqueducts. They are bringing water into ancient Greeks, the ancient Greek cities. There's road systems in these cities also. Take a look at the cobblestone roads. These are ancient roads that still exist today. Early bridge designs also. And then we have this Roman bridge. It goes across the Afrin River in northern Syria, and then they still use it today. Well, it certainly doesn't look too good. Here is another one in southern France. Now, after the fall of Rome, the first arch bridge in the world would be made out of cast iron, a material which was previously far too expensive to use for large structures. And perhaps one of the best known structural steel frame buildings in the world really is the Empire State Building. That was completed in 1931. This building, the Burj Khalifa, it's in the United Arab Emirates. It is the tallest man-made structure ever built, and it is supported by a reinforced concrete core that uses a special concrete mix. Reinforced concrete bridges. This is the Cedar Avenue Bridge. Actually carries what's called 10th Street in Minneapolis, Minnesota, over the Mississippi River, and it is a reinforced concrete open spandrel arch bridge. Okay, so that's the PowerPoint for history of civil engineering. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this PowerPoint into the Google Classroom for you to refer back to so that you can answer the questions using the PowerPoint that you see here on the screen. Okay, down at the bottom of the PowerPoint, there's typically some teacher notes that you can actually visually see yourself and use those. They talk more in depth about the roads and that kind of stuff. So anyways, thanks a lot.